In the name of God, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. Every year, for some time now, the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, famous big dictionary, has named a word of the year. It's based on those lookups and questions that on their website that particular word has gotten the previous year. In 2015, their word of the year was ism, which of course is not a word, but a subject. They chose it because a small number of words ending in ism had beaten out any other single word. Most hits on the website. So what's an ism? Ism describes a philosophy or a social or artistic movement or a behavior of some kind. In the mid-19th century, the phrase the ism came into common use as a scornful term to describe the radical social reform movements of the day: abolitionism, pacifism, socialism, feminism. Ism often has kind of a negative tinge to it because it often carries a sense of knee-jerk, reflex, unthinking. So it deserves to kind of have a negative tinge to it. These days, there's a group that's referred to as the 7 isms, which are all seen in a negative light because they all involve a negative prejudgment whose purpose is to maintain power and control: anti-Semitism, sexism, ageism, heterosexism, ableism, and of course, racism. At our diocesan convention last fall, we passed a resolution titled Affirming Racial Justice, Healing, and Reconciliation. The resolution called for a quote-unquote season, which is the last of 3 years, in which we as a church spent time giving our attention to racism and racial justice, healing, and reconciliation. And today is the day on which we begin that season. The purpose, as our bishops put it in a letter a couple of weeks ago on the diocesan website, is to begin to open our hearts and minds to acknowledge the reality in our society of racism, and white privilege, and bias against people of color, and the need for action to address the ongoing injustice of the racial divide. Now, we may not see a lot of that here. Racial injustice. We may not experience that divide in our church. I don't think any of us do. We may not see it often in our town, in Milford. Although I'm sure most of us remember when that racial epithet was spray painted on Thompson's restaurant about a year and a half ago. And we also remember that our community responded very quickly and effectively to that incident. But we don't live just in this community. And we certainly don't live just in this church. We are citizens with a common responsibility for the conduct of the society that we live in. And we here are Christians, which carries with a special duty. I'll get back to that in a minute. Racism is hard for white people to talk about. And I don't mean to exempt myself from any of this at all, or to be lecturing you. We're all working on this together. Racism is difficult for us to come to grips with. For one thing, when we hear the word racism and racism, we tend to react with defensiveness and revulsion. These are terrible things that we could not possibly be guilty of. And we resent feeling accused of it when we hear that word around us. A couple of years ago, the subject of racism came up in a conversation I was having with a friend. And he got upset. He said, "Why are you talking about racism? We got a black president. We got a black attorney general. What racism? What's the problem?" Well, this is where education is necessary. The first step is to recognize the racism that certainly exists in our society. We don't often see it because it's built in. It's systemic, and it's existed here since European settlers arrived on this continent, which they saw this continent as a land of unlimited opportunity and freedom. Unlimited, partly because it was so vast, partly because they were here free of the restrictions that had caused many of them to come here in the first place from where they were, but also unlimited in their conception, partly because there were no other white people here. So what or who could possibly limit our freedom and our opportunity? There were native peoples here already, of course. And there were, over the years, tens of thousands of enslaved people that someone was brought here to do work for us. But none of them had anything to say about what we did. Did they? This is white privilege. This is the water we swim in and the air we breathe. And we white people don't see it because we think that's just the way it is. It's the way life is. But the plain fact is that in Western society, especially in the United States, with our history of slave labor, people of color do not have the same access that white people do to employment, to education, to health care, justice, housing. The list is long. To me, one of the surest indicators of this is that when you ask white people how often they talk about race, they say, how often do we talk about race? Almost never. And then when we do, it's usually because of something in the news that happened to somebody else. When you ask people of color that question, when you talk about race, the answer is all the time. Because they are forced to deal with what in our society are the disadvantages of the color of their skin. Disadvantages which are sometimes subtle, sometimes not. Sometimes they're legal. And I hope it's clear that none of this has anything to do with political correctness. Racism is real and it affects people's lives in a real way. There are many resources which we will be sharing, which lay out facts about racism. A good start was a book called Waking Up White, which they had up at the third degree in last year. My copy is in the back on the table there. You can take a look at it. I found it extremely enlightening. It's by a white woman who basically woke up in her 40s when she went back to school. It's very informative. We talk about this, we educate ourselves about racism so that we can recognize it and we can name it, which is the first step in doing something about it. As one step in this direction, for the last couple of weeks, we have offered for your consideration part of an essay on white privilege by a sociologist named Peggy McIntyre. In this essay, she identifies ways in which, in her own life, she is aware of being advantaged because she is white. She got up to 50 of those and stopped counting them. We have asked that you look at this list, note 4, so check them, that you recognize it true, or have seen some way or other, and hand it back in. There's some in the back you have to do it right there. Haven't had a chance. We will collate the results and come back to you for a conversation about it in a couple of weeks. In this conversation, in this process of education that we are all in the middle of, it's essential that we be honest and forthcoming with ourselves and with each other, that we share our uncertainties and our disagreements, as well as our insights and our beliefs. It may be more difficult because of this particular subject matter, but that difficulty, in fact, makes the conversation the more necessary. When it's hard, that's where it's got to go back. And as Christians, it is where our duty is to go. Heeding the words of Ephesians chapter 4, speaking the truth in love, we must grow up in every way into Him who is the head, into Christ, from whom the whole body, joined and knit together by every ligament with which it is equipped, as each part is working properly, promotes the body's growth in building itself up in love. That's what we're doing. For people of faith, dealing with racism is a matter of justice, God's justice. It's a matter of truth, Christian truth. We are all one in Christ Jesus. And it's a matter of how we're caring for each other. I was a stranger and you welcomed me. I was naked and you gave me clothing. I was in prison and you visited me. This is our call. We heard today from the conclusion of 1 Corinthians. I would remind you, brothers and sisters, of the good news that I proclaimed to you, which you in turn received, in which you also stand, through which you are being saved. That applies to us all. God seeks constantly to draw us closer to God's kingdom as we respond to this call, particularly where it seems the most difficult. God's gifts of love and joy to us all are the richest.